All right, this is some context right here. This is Amazon that's hurrying up, running, crossing path. He's going to federal prison. You understand what Amazon Prime is already doing. These are demons. Amazon Prime hires the demon possessed. This is license plate 12194C3. They are arriving with simultaneity to what I'm documenting. So you're going to look at the screenshots and the times that I'm entering. That's a demon that's running around crossing path. It's creating light activity. The fake sun is over my apartment. The entity is doing, and that's what Amazon Prime is. This is actually criminal surveillance that Amazon Prime is engaging in, as opposed to what the world and what Amazon itself would like to represent. They're just merely making a buck while they are keeping American citizens under surveillance, hiring the demon possessed. Amazon Prime is owned by the demon possessed. This is entirely demonic activity, and they are doing so pursuant to the demonic behaviors of the soon-to-be disbanded Los Angeles Police Departments. You can see the fake sun through the license plate of this third party. She's going to federal prison. She's routinely, systematically at Alvarado Gardens, and she's monitoring with Amazon Prime. You have what is a demon that's in a commercial vehicle, just like the demon that was coming and delivering food to the people of the state. The people of the state jumping in vehicles with logos on them, group stalking with the entity that sounds helicopter activity. While I'm documenting the third party that drove in the black Kia, as I document that on my phone, which is Title 18 criminal conduct, the demon possessed that are obsessively stalking, watching my nude body on camera inside of my apartment, keeping engineer light inside of my apartment while a demon-possessed population practice sexually violent methods of stalking and monitoring, doing so with real-time knowledge of what I'm doing on communication devices. A demon comes into the neighborhood to engage in activity creation while they know exactly what it is that I state about them, coming and participating. Literally, Satan mimics what it is that I state about them. Again, 12194C3, that third party is going to federal prison, and I'm going to prosecute Amazon Prime, a terrorist, a domestic enemy in the United States. Actually, Amazon Prime would be analyzed as what would be a foreigner. It's, actually, Amazon Prime, depending on its corporate place of headquarters. If Amazon Prime is an American company, then they'll be treated accordingly. Let me be clear. America's version of terrorism is going to be prosecuted just like you would any other. If you're a homeborn terrorist, then you will be prosecuted as the domestic terrorist that you are. That's what Amazon Prime is. They're hiring their demon possessed to come and participate in criminal conduct with the state LAPD, terrorizing me inside of a helicopter, engaging in demonic behaviors, and so arrives the demon driving an Amazon Prime vehicle. Coming and delivering packages to the demons at the facilitating venue in this demonic environment is the criminal conduct that Amazon Prime engages in and facilitates and enthusiastically does so. Okay, so you're talking about what are the demon possessed that go by the name of Amazon Prime. You need to understand Amazon Prime represents what is sexual violence. Amazon Prime represents what is terrorism. Amazon Prime represents what is hostility to your right to privacy in America, to your right to your enforcement of constitutional rights, to your right to not be subject to sexual violence and being placed on cameras everywhere that you go, including your private space where your genitalia is a matter of what is public information, amongst a whole bunch of demons who live at a property, and they act as though they're walking out randomly. They're watching you on camera and then walking out of their apartment, group stalking you, aware of what you're doing. You also know that because the entity keeps engineer light inside of my apartment and a fake sun, which you saw through the windshield of a demon who was group stalking, as opposed to just randomly driving off the property. Crossing a path, engaging in crossing a path conduct while Title 18 criminal conduct is underway, and doing so within the same video when the entity is stalking in a helicopter. This is what the demon-possessed do. So I'm giving you context with regard to what a demon-possessed population does. And by virtue of the demons of the LAPD, again, I want to be clear. This is why LAPD shall be disbanded. This is why Dominic Choi and the demons of the LAPD are looking forward to federal time. And also the permanent removal from law enforcement as the domestic enemies that they are, the terrorist organizations that are being revealed, exposed in California, in the U.S., because they are engaging in what is criminal conduct with the population and their criminal activity while they engage in terrorism with those constituents of the state. That third party with the license plate, I believe it's 9JHU414, he's going to federal prison for even longer. That's what's the result of that. The people of the state and the state threaten your life the more that you expose them, the more that you document them as they continuously engage in sexual violence, okay? That's a random coming into engaging crossing a path, okay? The entity does so with helicopter as well. And the cowards like to do what they want. They would prefer to be caught off camera. The entity is monitoring and aware of everything that I'm uploading. Pay attention to the times and everything that's going on in my life as I document it. I am right now in a season of documenting, publishing evidence onto the venue of the internet. Oh, that's Christopher On. Him and his parents are going to federal prison. So the entity is aware of everything that's being published online. And so I've captured 30 to 35 videos, 20 to 35 videos in a day. I've been doing this since February 2024. The entity is now aware of that and is engaging in the same exact stalking helicopter, but wants to avoid being caught on camera in helicopters. That's all that they're doing. No one is under any circumstances, like I stated then, when I was capturing the evidence of demons who are engaging in lawlessness and based on their demon possession, also incapable of exhibiting any ability or a desire to conform with not only their jobs as the state, I'm referencing the demons of the terrorist organization, the LAPD, and not engage in stalking, not engage in terrorism, not engage in what are demonic methods of harassment and whatnot, but also the inability to engage in anything other than the criminal pattern of conduct as it's laid out. So the fact that you hear the helicopter activity, you understand that that's audible activity. Everyone here is going to federal prison, like I stated as I began capturing videos of terrorism while I live at a facilitating venue where the fake sun remains all day long for an excess of 12 to 13 hours, and the entity is stalking in helicopters in conformity to a pattern of conduct. And now the entity that is engaging in surveillance online and is aware of what I'm publishing on the internet is still engaging in this terrorism. This is the cowards that are creating more time for that demon driving in license plate 9JHU414, coming to engage in the pattern of conduct just like Amazon Prime, delivering a package which is the demon's prop that they hold in their hand while the elements of monitoring are underway. And it is a criminal agency that is done on behalf of the state that is engaging in terrorism using helicopters. And as the entity with knowledge of what I'm publishing online about that criminal conduct, about that sexual violence, about that invasion of privacy by a population represented by one person driving in their vehicle onto the property to participate in the state's criminal act, the entity is getting more time, and that's what that third party driving that black Kia represents. Amazon Prime coming and doing the same. As I document the state engaging in what is a criminal act of intimidation, so arrives the demon in his Amazon Prime vehicle. The pattern of the demon possessed continues on and on and on. It's a demonic and psychotic pattern which the entity is going to be prosecuted for. It is also the behavior of the demon possessed, the lawlessness of the demon possessed. These are psychopaths. These are closeted sex offenders. These are closeted stalkers. That's what group stalking is. It's state surveillance. In this system that Satan already has in operation, Satan sought to engage in it for as long as it is within Satan's desire to do so secretly, covertly, surreptitiously, all right, until the time comes in history when it will no longer be a secret. And you're talking about the ways in which Satan's system will be in operation, and it won't be a secret. It won't be something where they're trying to violate your constitutional rights while they target certain American citizens that do not serve Satan, okay? That's the system that's underway. Now, that's what I'm exposing now. Satan's system is already in operation, and it's been in operation. And this lawlessness as an entity is in group stalking. I document that demon on my cell phone. The entity engages in surveillance and knows that. So the cowards that are stalking in helicopter, engage in criminal conduct in concert with the demons, who are consistently providing evidence against themselves. Everybody at Alvarado Gardens, it is justice enough for me. They will spend years in federal prison for the impunity that the population helps them engage in. That's justice enough for me. Nobody's getting away with anything. That demon driving the Amazon Prime vehicle, he's going to federal prison. That demon driving the black Kia, he's going to federal prison, and he's going longer, as are all of them, while the entity terrorizes me in helicopters, engaging in demonic behaviors because they know that I'm documenting them. Okay, the entity is engaging in demonic pacing right now, and that is the demons of Iris Carnero, group stalking with their minor children, which is what the people of the state are doing on a daily basis. This is actually demonic pacing. Okay, and that's the same demons that are captured on video, group stalking together under the guise of what is harassment, asking questions you know the answer to. You're a violent sex offender watching someone nude on camera on the dark web, and living in custody of minor children with whom you engage in a series of federal offenses with. Engaging in monitoring with Christopher on. This is ongoing pacing, maintaining presence and including the traffic on Alvarado. It's all under what is a light source that remains over me. So you're understanding what a demon-possessed population engages in on a systematic basis, and they will suffer the natural consequences, all right, where they seek to destroy and deconstruct the life of an American citizen because the root cause is because they're demon-possessed. But they are doing it of their own volition, and they will suffer the natural consequences for that. And if they don't repent, they'll suffer the spiritual consequences for it. But I'm here to prosecute and expose. So the entity is engaging in conduct which you're going to prosecute for, and they're doing it on behalf of the state that is right now stalking in helicopters, seeking to actively avoid being caught on camera, while they know I'm publishing evidence of the months and months and months, catching 20 to 35 videos a day of the same exact stalking helicopter. It is reasonably, the logic is such that the logic dictates where you are prosecuting for any pattern of conduct by a stalker. It dictates, and it is unreasonable to suggest that that pattern of stalking in that unheard of method is ever going to stop just because one day passes. In the same way with the fake sun. The pattern of conduct has been long established before LAPD showed itself to the world, being the terrorist organization that it is, demon infected as it is, devoting 24-hour surveillance to an American citizen in violation of existing constitutional and human rights. In concert, population showing the worth of not only federal prison, but disbanding. That is a terrorist organization. That is a wound. They are a pus-infected disease to the public with whom they are practicing criminal activity with. Okay, and doing so as cowards hiding while they amplify and vibrate an apartment building. I want to be clear, that's not the power of Satan that's being exemplified. The fact that you are stalking as a group, you're very fearful of the power of God. The fact that you are engaging in stalking in manners in which you would like to maintain a secret, that's not a secret. That boat has sailed. You are very much fearful of the power of God. The fact that you are engaging in what is stalking and studying someone as though you're obsessed with them, and then engaging in what is a criminal system that's supposed to discard them, and you are failing in that endeavor in every regard, by virtue, by the way, even before prosecution, by virtue of the documentation, not only of your criminal system, but everything and all the ways in which your demonic behavioral patterns and the demonic environment are providing ongoing analysis for the world to represent, for the world to understand how Satan operates and who Satan is using. Okay, during this time. That's speaking to the fear of the power of God. There is no power in stalking somebody in helicopters, but because you're doing it, you're going to federal prison and you will cease to exist as a department. That's criminal conduct on behalf of the LAPD. Remember, everything in the unnatural environment is occurring pursuant to an ongoing series of elements of monitoring, and that sex offender Iris Carnero is on video group stalking while a fake son is over me on Alvarado Street in the middle of the day, and she molests me with engineered light. That's the outward demonstration of demon possession. The fake son seen through the windshield of her vehicle. She's currently in custody of minor children with whom she's group stalking with, which is terrorism and a sex offense. In the same way that you shouldn't be engaging in sexual acts with your kids while you're engaging in sexual violence against another, do you engage in threesomes with your kids while you're raping someone else? Okay, so you're going to analyze the sexual violence that the entity engages in. You're going to analyze that. You're going to be prosecuted as a threat to the public, yourself, and any minor children that you're in custody of. She's going to be separated. This is ongoing pacing while demons are listening to me, document and expose them to in relevant position. Okay, that's P.O.C. The same demons that are engaging in what is obsessive presence in the path, and that demon in particular is going to federal prison. Amazon is a third party. You will produce the name of that driver. Somebody, if you don't want to produce that, but I believe, let me let you know, they will produce it, okay? Because you're going to find yourself in federal prison. You will be serving time in federal prison for group stalking with terrorist organizations such as the LAPD. Okay, it is currently, again, 1:41 p.m. This is a sex offense while the light source remains over my apartment. That which is not the natural environment. This is where the fake sun remains. After 7 p.m. and even while my blinds are closed, I'm capturing pictures where you can see the fake sun glaring through closed blinds. And I'm showing you through the same apartment in the morning, the fake sun is in alignment to me. And I'm referencing it as a fake sun because that is not the sun. That's not even characteristic of the sun. And so that's giving you context regarding everything that I'm giving you play by play, what the demons are doing one after another, and also their defeated mind state. And I want to make sure I expose everything about the demon-possessed mind state because I'm going to prosecute for terrorism based on your demented mind state as a demon-possessed population that is targeting an American citizen. It is currently 1:42 p.m. That's crossing a path. Ongoing surveillance by the state. P.O.C.